Hi everyone, welcome back to the Vegan Wannabe. If you're new here, my name is Jacqueline, and this is Kit Kat. He wanted to join me for this introduction, I guess. Anyway, my goal here on YouTube is to help us all do better for ourselves, the animals, and the planet by sharing yummy plant-based meals with you. I'll be showing you 3 really simple meals that I made today. I haven't been grocery shopping in a long time, and I don't plan to unless absolutely necessary, so I thought it would be cool to show you how I've been cleaning out what's already in my pantry and fridge while also keeping my meals simple enough so that the food that I do have will last me a long time. So if you're interested in seeing that, stick around and let's get right into the video. This morning, I decided I wanted to make a simple soup. So from my pantry and fridge, I grabbed wakame seaweed, miso paste, veggie bouillon paste, corn, and white rice. The first thing I made was 2 cups of white rice. Some of it was for the soup and some was for later. I added a few cups of water and a tablespoon of veggie bouillon paste to a pot and let that come to a boil. Then I added dried wakame seaweed. They look tiny, but once they rehydrate, they expand into larger sheets. Next, I added some canned corn. Then I added a couple spoonfuls of cooked rice. Lastly, I added a tablespoon of miso paste and turned the heat down. Just a pinch of pepper and this soup was ready to go. I know that wakame seaweed probably isn't something everyone has in their pantries, but I happen to have it, so that's why I used it. You could easily use frozen spinach or any other greens you have. I've been eating some variation of this soup for breakfast almost every day. I love having savory breakfasts, especially soup. It just puts me in a relaxed mood. And now on to lunch. I had some tofu, sauerkraut, and sweet chili sauce in my fridge. I also wanted to use some frozen green beans, veggie bouillon, and the rice I made earlier. Only 6 ingredients total. I started by cubing half a block of tofu. I did not dry my tofu out, but I'll show you my lazy method for cooking it. I added tofu to a hot non-stick pan with no oil, fried for 5 to 7 minutes until the tops and bottoms were browned and crispy. Then I poured sweet chili sauce straight into the pan, all over the tofu. I turned the heat down and let it cook, making sure to coat each piece with sauce. You definitely want to make sure you use a good non-stick pan because that sweet chili sauce will start to caramelize and get really sticky. In another pan, I fried some rice with a bit of oil, then added veggie broth. I also added garlic powder and paprika for flavor. Now, I usually do eat plain rice, but sometimes I need to switch it up, and since this was already such a simple meal, I wanted to spice up the rice a little bit. Once the rice was done, I warmed up the frozen green beans with a pinch of salt and pepper. My Nourish bowls always include a grain or pasta, protein, veggies, then something fermented or tangy like sauerkraut or kimchi. This day I went with sauerkraut, which might seem like a weird combination, but I really liked it. On to dinner. I had a ton of udon noodles in my fridge, and I also wanted to use the other half of that block of tofu. I also grabbed green onions, water chestnuts, ginger, chili flakes, shoyu, and hoisin sauce. I started by chopping up some green onions, and then mincing a can of water chestnuts. Next, I heated up sesame oil in a pan Added the other half block of tofu, smashing it up as it cooked. I added minced garlic, then the green onion, and stir-fried. Then I added minced ginger, red chili flakes, and minced water chestnuts. You could use the seasoning packet in place of shoyu or other seasonings, but I decided to save it for later, and I added shoyu and hoisin sauce. I'm not a fan of exact measurements. I always cook according to taste, so I'm just testing this out. And it needed more hoisin sauce, obviously. Next, I dropped the udon noodles in hot water for just a minute to loosen them up and get them out of cake form. I squeezed fresh lemon juice into the pan, then added the noodles and mixed it all up. This meal may not be the prettiest, but I loved it. I loved the chewy noodles, crunchy water chestnuts, and the fresh lemon juice inside. It was very delicious and filling, but if you wanted to, you could dress these noodles up with even more veggies. Like I always say, use what you've got. I hope you liked seeing these simple meals and that they could give you some inspiration. If you want to see more what I eat in a day type videos, let me know because I do love filming them. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. Talk to you in the next video. Bye!